Good morning. Good Saturday morning. How are you guys? As I set myself up here, I just wanted to say hello. Good morning. It's Saturday. Talking about science today because I geek out on science, and also I'm getting ready to launch the 10 Days of Joy Challenge, and it's all based in science, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the science that comes up around cultivating joy. And one of the people that I love to follow, her name is Emma Seppala, and she has done a ton of research out of Stanford on the idea of joy. She's done a lot of work with veterans, and yeah, she's amazing. And if you follow her on Twitter, she's always got some really positive things to say about cultivating joy. And she's written a book. It's called The Happiness Track. And yeah, she's just an amazing researcher. Anyway, she wrote an article that I really liked in Psychology Today about the science of joy. And what she talks about is that each of us have 3 times more positive experiences in our day versus negative. So for every 1 negative experience we have in our day, we have 3 times as many that are positive. So we can be going about our day and we're just having a great day. It's wonderful. We've walked the dog. The sun is shining. We've eaten a yummy breakfast. We've had a really fun morning with the kids. And we get to work and we have 1 negative experience, and it washes away all of the stuff that happens in the morning, all the good stuff. And we focus on that negative thing, so that at the end of the day, when you hang out with your family, and all you can think about are those negative points throughout your day. Crazy, right? 3 times as many that happen to us are positive. 1 is negative, and yet we concentrate on the negative instead of the positive. Why is that? Well, there's 2 reasons that come out of the research about why we focus on the negative versus positive, and one is called negativity bias. And that is just that our minds innately tend to give more weight to the negative versus the positive. And secondly, this idea of habituation, that we go throughout our day and these positive things happen, and we've just habituated ourselves to like this baseline feeling. And we get used to the highs, and we also get used to the lows. And so we kind of habituate ourselves in the space. So the bumps don't feel as bumpy, as happy. So, of course, what I always ask with situations like that is, wow, what can we do? How can we help support ourselves to be more happy? And there was a really great research project out of Brigham Young that talks about how you can start to turn the tide on the negative situations, being the concentration of your brain at the end of the day. And one of them is talking about your good stuff with your people. Talking about your positive experiences helps to boost and wipe away the negative. So think about this really quick. We are, particularly in the Midwest, I think, we are inclined not to talk about ourselves, not to be too big for our britches. We tend to not want people to think that we're showing off. We tend to also not want to jinx ourselves. We can be going along and things are really, really good. God, don't draw any attention to it. You don't want to jinx yourself and have it all go down the toilet, right? That's exactly the counter to what I hate should, so I apologize for saying it, but what actually could be helping you get more positive and more joy instead of negative. So the idea is you need to talk about your good stuff. And so I'm going to tell you about a practice that our family practices at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, we sit down at the dinner table, and what we say is, tell us 3 things that happened to you today, and give us a high and give us a low. And so we'll go through our day and be like, oh, this happened today, and I did this, and I did that, and all that. And then this really high thing happened, and we do talk about our lows as well. That's a practice that we do. to cultivate our sensations and our feelings of joy, because you're looking back on your day and going, oh, this good thing happened, this good thing, this good thing. Another thing that I think is a powerful tool is a gratitude journal, where at the end of the day, you start thinking about, wow, what's the good stuff that's happened to me in my day today? And what happens is you start to pay attention to your day better, more closely. Oh, wow, that's something I'm going to put in my gratitude journal. That thing that happened, oh, I'm going to remember that for later. So that when you sit down to your gratitude journal, you are reflecting back on your day and reporting it, but it also helps weave in gratitude throughout your day. So those are two powerful tools that I use that help. But let's talk about talking to your people. Now, the first thing you want to start thinking about is, who is a safe person to talk about the good stuff with? Partner, good friend, someone who can hold space for you to celebrate your joy is what you're looking for. You don't want someone who's going to feel unsafe. You don't want someone that's going to be like, critical. Oh God, no. No, no, no. You want to be like, this really cool thing happened today and I want to tell you about it and I'm excited about it, and can you hold space for me to be joyful? That is what you're looking for. That is what the research shows is going to help you. Three things. It will help you bring a heightened sense of well-being to your life. It will help you with overall life satisfaction. And the third thing is, actually it gives you more energy because you're kind of excited about it. So think about this. Talking about good stuff instead of negative stuff, key. And finding the safe people to hold space for you so that you can talk about your stuff and be joyful for you. And I'm going to add one more thing onto that. Can you hold space for other people? Can you hold space for other people and be like, tell me all the good stuff that's going on in your life, and not be judgmental, not be critical? Can you just hold space for people to be joyful? Oh, this really cool thing happened at work today. Oh, this really cool thing happened. Oh, my husband bought me flowers today. Whatever it is. Can you check your stuff and just hold space for someone's joy? That is the gift that we give each other, so that you can cultivate joy within yourself by sharing your good news and also holding space for others and being present and content with just listening and letting them experience joy too. It's a two-way street. So that is what I have for you this morning. I hope you liked it. That is one of the big keys that I came out of the research around joy. I'm going to write it up in the comments so that you have some tools. If you're interested in joining the 10-day challenge, I'll stick that down there too. I hope you're really good. Have a good one. Namaste.